Om Sai Ram. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of our Lord. My name is Joyce Power, and I have been a SAI devotee since 1997. There have been many instances when Swami played an important part in my life, but I will only touch on those significant moments where, without me being aware at the time, he directed and guided me to best use my teaching skills and yoga knowledge to serve him and grow spiritually. I am a primary school trained teacher and was involved in children's education when I first met Swami, as well as being a yoga adult education tutor, having practiced yoga since childhood. In 1997, in my late 40s, as I was navigating through a very challenging family and work life, raising 3 adopted children and running a large educational center, I came across Howard Moffat's book, Man of Miracles. Being deeply spiritual and having been brought up a strict Catholic, I felt the need for divine intervention to help me solve the challenges I was facing at the time. So I decided, because of the many similarities between Swami and Jesus Christ, to seek out divinity in the physical form of Sathya Sai Baba. During Christmas 1997, I found myself at his abode in Prashanthi Nilayam in India, and that visit was to profoundly change my trajectory of life. The moment I set eyes on him, a very palpable energy descended upon my being, filling every cell in my body. This I experienced as deep peace, and over the period I stayed at the ashram, I realized that Swami was the source of that peace. Within a few days of being in the ashram, we had 2 group interviews, and I witnessed Swami's omniscience, that is, being all-knowing. At this time, I was running an educational center where self-learning maths and English was facilitated through developing concentration. You can imagine my surprise when Swami said, "The essence of education is concentration." He put the same emphasis on concentration in education as I had been doing with the program using transcendental meditation principles to enable good concentration skills to facilitate learning. And this was at a time when concentration was not considered paramount in education. Before Swami, I had met many well-known yoga masters of the time, and now visiting the ashram, wondered why I had not heard of Swami before, particularly when I saw the tens of thousands who had come to see him from all over the world. I mentally asked him, "Why did you not call me before?" And I subsequently realized that Swami calls you when the time is right, when you can be of service to him, and when he can offer you an opportunity to grow spiritually. He was soon to use my school teaching skills and yoga experience to introduce his education program to the children in schools in the UK, and at the same time to hasten my own spiritual growth. Within a month of visiting the ashram, I was introduced to and trained in his education program called the SSCHV program, designed to draw out inherent divine qualities such as love, peace, truth, right action, and non-violence. I also visited the Sathya Sai school in Thailand and the Institute of Sathya Sai Education there, which was established to train teachers in the program. Here I discovered why Swami had called me, particularly when I witnessed the children practicing meditation in a school setting. Meditation and education at the time were my main interests, and you can imagine my delight and excitement when what I considered my true vocation, teaching and meditation, was finally coming to fruition. To crown it all, this program was also values-based, highlighting the development of goodness in children, as did the foundation of my Catholic upbringing. The following 15 years was soon to be spent teaching Swami's program to children in the community through 5-day holiday camps where children from state schools in 2 London boroughs and elsewhere in the UK were introduced to human values through fun activities which included values-based stories, drama, art, sports, and the like, as well as meditation. On these camps, I found myself a shy, introverted primary school teacher, turned coordinator, head teacher, and teacher all at the same time, and undertaking tasks which I initially resisted, thinking I couldn't possibly do them. Soon Swami helped me overcome my inadequacies, and I achieved the impossible. What should have taken months to achieve emerged naturally and flowed smoothly, and human values such as joy, peace, love, truth, and non-violence became the experience of hundreds of primary school children, many with special needs, and that of adult teachers and volunteers alike. Since 1997, Swami has also given me the opportunity to work for the Institute of SAI Education UK, where I had the opportunity to spend thousands of hours reading his discourses and improving my knowledge of his SSCHV program. As a consequence, it allowed me to teach in a SAI center after the COVID lockdown. More recently, I have also improved my yoga skills repertoire by studying mindfulness and have used this together with yoga on Sathya medical camps in countries such as Kazakhstan, East Africa, and India. I have used these skills to reduce stress in volunteers and control and calm down lines of patients waiting to be seen by medical staff. With the latter, I have used mindfulness namasmaran, even managing to achieve a meditative state in 2 or 3 ardent devotees of Swami. In conclusion, I'd like to thank dear Swami for still directing and guiding me in my retirement by the sea, where I do not have access to a SAI center. This has given me the opportunity to return to Catholicism, the faith I was born into. I now connect to Swami's divine energy, going inwards by attending Mass regularly and engaging in prayer, yogic breathing and exercises. Most importantly, I stay in Swami remembrance through mindful namasmaran and silence. Much of my day is spent in silence as I navigate through it. Thank you, dear Swami, for bringing me to a place of solace, peace, and health in my old age. Om Sai Ram. Thank you all.